Shalom Yisrael. When the start was always by giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, double honors to the Apostle of GMS, and honors to you brothers that are doing the work in truth or sincerity. Just wanted to do a quick one touching on Ezekiel the 28th chapter. I quite like the mocking nature of this chapter because we'll get into it. So this is Ezekiel 28 and 1. It says, "The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High." Now, who's doing that in this day? Who is redefining what life is? This is talking about Esau. Right? I got some precepts here as well. Right. I just read it as twofold because that's the thing about the scriptures. The scriptures are twofold. One time it's talking about Tyrus, but now it's talking about Esau, right? And the point there is Tyre was known for its trading, its ships, and just like how America is known as for its trading and its ships. So you read Revelations 18 and 10, it says, "Standing afar off, with the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more." Right, the merchandise of gold, silver, precious stones, and of pearls, and of fine linen, and purple silk, etc., etc., etc. Now, everybody knows, that if you get into the American market, then you've more or less made. If you get a chunk of that market, then you've made it. Right, that's why China be selling there, or basically all of the world wants to sell their things in America because America's a huge consumer. And how did they get everything? They still get everything by ship. Right? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4 says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High." And like I said, who's doing that? Who's redefined what a man and a woman is? Who's redefined the way the way seeds are made? Who's given power so that women with women who can't have children can now have children? Who's made it so that men can have children now and men can menstruate, quote unquote? I did a video, men can't menstruate, because regardless of what he will tell you, right, he a man is a man and a woman is a woman, although he's doing his very best to blur those lines. Right, who is basically pushing out propaganda to basically say that there is no God, whether that's evolution, etc., etc., etc. Goes on to say in Ezekiel 28 verse 3 says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there is no secret that they can hide from thee." Right, and with all of the knowledge that the Most High has given Esau, he's basically saying that he's wiser than Daniel. Daniel didn't know how to do IVF and shit, how to genetically modify, to genetically modify seeds and that. And verse 4 says, "With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten thee gold and silver into thy treasure." Right, with all of this wisdom and knowledge, he's been able to basically conquer the whole world. With the knowledge of the jet, for instance, he's been able to take over the skies and basically bomb everyone into submission. Right, whether that's Russia or America, because don't forget they're both Edomites. Right, verse 5 says, "By thy great wisdom and thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches." Basically, he's gone on, he's basically looking at himself thinking, "God damn, I've got all this wealth, all this thing, man. I've destroyed the so-called people of the Most High. Nothing's happened to me. I've been able to, like I said, basically become the Most High." Right? This is Jeremiah 49 and 16 says, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart." Right, and that's basically what's talking about in Ezekiel 28, because he's got so much riches, etc., etc., etc. Esau's become pride, the so-called white man. Right, it says, "And the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." Right, basically proving that we're talking about these Edomites. Right, that's where you get the term Caucasian from. Right, it says, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest makest thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence. Also, basically saying Esau likes to have them penthouse suites. Basically, he's basically exalted himself above the whole world. Whether he be going into space and shit. Esau's basically made himself he's basically made himself the greatest, and that's his symbol as well, the eagle. That's a, what do you call it? It's a dirty animal for one, right? And it's a bird of I think the term is bird of prey. Basically hunts and it soars above everything else and looks down. And then when it sees prey, it swoops down with great force and takes that animal, just like how our America is, man. Right, so basically it's exalted, it's exalted high up into the air, and the Lord's going to bring it down. And you read Isaiah 14 or 13, basically the heathen nation are going to be looking at the Edomites and basically looking at them and thinking, man, is this the man that made us the world to tremble? Right, so Obadiah 1 and 3 says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yeah, once again, pride. Right, basically saying that, who's the most high? Because for you to make that statement, who shall bring you down, you have no fear of a higher power. Therefore, you must think that you are the higher power. Right, but guess what the Lord says? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Basically saying, yo, you can be proud, but I'm the one in charge here. Right, this is verse 6 of Ezekiel 28. It says, Therefore thus saith the Lord power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. Right, and this is a point that I like. It says, Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God, but thou shalt be a man, and no God, in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Right, so in that day, Esau ain't going to be having that pride that he has now on this side. Right, he's going to remember that he's just a man, and he's going to be destroyed after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, man. So like I said, I just wanted to touch on those couple verses because I like this one here. It's mocking because you read for instance, let me pull it up. Right, so you read Jeremiah 30 and 6 says, Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Right, so basically mockingly saying, yo, why are these men posed up like bitches? Right, because in that day, every man's going to be in fear, in terrible fear. Right, but the scriptures say, Isaiah 33 and 6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. But Esau's going to be like this, man. He's going to be, oh, shit. You already see, whenever any kind of adversity falls for an Edomite, they can't hack it, man. Look at the amount of suicides after 2008 economic crash. All because they lost a little bit of money. Well, Jake knows what it's like to not have money, man. So like I said, Lord's will, you've been edified. Shalom.